It is Wild Wednesday, and I'm going to get wild and offensive with my videos because I think it's time somebody digs deep into our culture and into our people to figure out what is going on upstairs with our women. Divorce is on the rise more than ever among Middle Easterns, whether they live in the Middle East or abroad. And just like we saw among westernized countries like America, when the women became independent is when the family structures collapsed. They collapsed to the point where now women are waking up and saying, you know what? I want a home again. I want my kids to have a healthy home. Well, the Middle Easterns are not there. We are at the point where we are collapsing because not only are women independent asking for a divorce, but we also have culture shock. A lot of our women are extremely spoiled. Yes, I said it. A lot of our women are extremely spoiled and the men cannot keep up. What is happening with our women? We went from a point where Arab men used to tell each other, marry her young, مشان تربيها على إيدك, so you can raise her your way, which is not right either. Come to find out, المرأة ما بتتربى. You cannot raise a woman because we get to a point where we know what we want. And did you guys know that 70% of divorces are initiated by women? And of those women, 90% of them are college educated. Are they sick of the abuse and they want out because they know they can support themselves? Or do they no longer want to make the sacrifice for their marriage?
I highly recommend marrying black men. A lot of Arab and brown women are reaching out and they're trying to find black men. And I say black men are kind. They're very secure in their masculinity. They're also gentle. They're also not like I see this a lot in the Arab community because they grew up in it. Men get very shy that their women are out there, or their women work, or their woman does something. And black men are very chill and secure about it. Like, she's on her deen, she's respecting herself. I'm not going to feel shy about this. And that's a huge cultural difference that I definitely appreciate from marrying a black man. So do yourself a favor, ladies. Find yourself a black man.
You want to make a high-value girl like this obey you? A girl that's beautiful, makes her own money, smart, educated, has a master's degree from NYU, all that. If you want to make a girl like that obey you, you have to bring something to the table. And when I say bring something to the table, I don't just mean you have a job that you go from 9 to 5 and work every day. You have to bring something to the table that she can't easily find in someone else. And this means being more empathetic, right? This means tending to her needs before she even knows that she has those needs. This means listening to her, not just her mouth, but also her heart. One of the main mistakes I see that men make is they get super boring when they're married, right? Most husbands I talk to are boring. They don't take their girls shopping. They don't take their girls traveling. They don't do anything fun with their girls. Make stuff fun. Make it exciting. Make yourself the type of man that she cannot replace, and she will obey.
A lot of Muslim parents will say no to their daughters marrying a black man, and that's haram. It's straight out haram. The Prophet ﷺ said, إِذَا أَتَاكُم مَّن تَرْضَوْنَ خُلُقَهُ وَدِينَهُ فَزَوِّجُوهُ. He said that if someone comes to you and you're okay with his deen, meaning his Islam, and his character, then marry him. He didn't say his tribe, he didn't say his skin color, he didn't say what race he is, what language he speaks. So many parents will use all of these excuses to stop their daughters from marrying black men, all because they have biases against black men. Because they think wrongly and in a haram way about black men. Did you know that Prophet Adam alayhi salam was black? Did you know that Prophet Musa alayhi salam was black? The color of your skin doesn't matter. In our deen, we have Arabized and whitewashed our history to make it seem that there are no black Muslims. But if a man comes to you and he's Muslim and he's black, you have no reason to say no, except that you're not happy with his Islam or his akhlaq, his character. Other than that, any other reason is haram. And if your parents are standing in your way and telling you you can't marry someone because of their skin color, you can disobey them. You absolutely can, because what they're doing is haram, and we have been instructed to be kind to them, to be respectful of our parents, but when they ask us to do something haram, we stand up and we say no.
So, hello good people, and good evening from the motherland, Kenya, the eastern part of the motherland. So, it's been a while since we did a reaction video, and today we want to talk about a topic that I find very interesting because you people requested for it. The other day I did a reaction video where I was explaining that Indian women are leaving their racist culture, racist is in quotes, to be with black men. Now, the things have turned out the other way also. Another culture which is also said to be racist towards black people are now choosing to be with black people. This culture I'm speaking about are the Arab women. Arab women are saying they are fed up. They are so much tired of their Arab men. They are too much tired of the abuse. They are too much tired of the traditional constricts that are put upon them by the Islamic laws, and they are opting to go for black men. These are the words from Arab women, not me. And so I want us to continue watching this video, explaining and trying to understand why are Arab women not wanting their husbands or not wanting their fellow Arab men, but choosing to be with black men. Why is this and how is it happening? By the end of the video, I will give you my critical analysis.
What culture is it frowned upon divorcees? Like, especially a divorced woman, because this is a reality. Let's be real here, yeah? When a woman is divorced, it's not the same when it's a man is divorced, yeah? Okay, and in Islam, they're both divorced. Divorce is a divorce, yeah? But divorcee is a divorcee. But the thing is, when it comes to not following Islam and following your culture, as if, like they said, the woman becomes like tarnished. And I'm like, where does this come from?
Sorry, can I?
Yes, sister, please.
I just wanted to say something about what you just said, that the push that our culture gives us can be beneficial. It's a bit like, say someone criticizes you. It's up to you how you want to take it. Either you can get really offended or you can act on it. So even though that is good, our culture doesn't see it like that, and they don't portray it like that, because when you are young, your parents, I mean, I'm Pakistani, and so I'm going to talk about my culture. They want you to live your life according to their terms. So you're going to grow up, you're going to do all those things, you're going to get married, and you're going to, it's like a status thing as well. And it's like, if you are divorced, you're bringing shame upon the family.
Exactly.
So
I agree to that.
Exactly.
even,
Unfortunately. And I just want to add the fact that very often women are double victim. They are victim from I'm talking about the one that have been left, abandoned, victim of oppression. They are already victims of whatever traumatic event they had to go through. But then this victim, an accusation, constant blame, is like she's even guilty for being a victim of a situation.
Wow.
I'm not talking about the one that decided to leave family for whatever reason that seems superficial. I'm not talking about this new trend. I'm talking about real sisters that went through oppression, that have been left abandoned by husbands that think that maybe he could grab someone else and just leave his wife and kids. I'm talking about those, because divorces have different reasons, different situation. I'm talking about sisters that are clear victims, because everyone wants to jump on the wagon and all sisters are victims. And no, sometimes sisters need to take accountability. Sometimes they are responsible for their divorce.
I'm so sorry.
Sometimes they are divorcing for the wrong reasons. But sometimes...
And they initiate it. Like, statistics show that. And it's in, we understand it's in their nature. But even statistics show that
rather than problem solve, they will like leave the marriage rather than trying to. I am not saying that's all the case of sisters. It's very important we represent the real victims, because Allah Azza wa Jal has gave a strength, a position to the husband, rightfully so, and sometimes it's abused.
It's very interesting, you know that, because I was reading Imam Qurtubi's tafsir, yeah? So basically, you know, there's this concept, because we deal with the non-Muslims, etc. Like, oh, look at your religion, it's misogynist, because a man can give talaq, but a woman can't. If you look into the tafsir, it's very interesting. What it says is that in the Arabian Peninsula, the Arab men used to abuse their wives by, for example, I divorce you, yeah? She goes and she says, okay, no problem. I want to move on. Nope, I take you back. And there was no limit to it. And Allah set it to 3 talaqs to keep the man in check. Because he knows, and check this out, this is how beautiful Islam is if you look at it, yeah? 3 talaqs is to keep the man in check, meaning you can't stop her from moving on. You've got 3. If you can't control yourself and you're emotional and you let it be, guess what? When you give the 3rd talaq, what is the ruling? She has to go after her iddah period. Depends. She needs to go get married again, obviously, be married, and then divorce. Now, for a man, this is very interesting, but if you look at it psychologically, yeah? Because for a man to envision his wife with somebody else, so for him, if he's giving that last talaq, yeah? Let's, because at the end they say 2 types of people don't learn. The one who's arrogant and the one who's shy. So we're here to benefit people, inshallah. I know it might be a bit thing, but let's be real here, yeah? So for a man, he's thinking, if I'm giving this last talaq, what it means is the following. My wife is haram for me, and she will have to be with another man, which is halal. There's nothing no one can say, but we are ghira is a different level, yeah? So...
You know what I hear a lot of Middle Eastern guys saying these days? They're like, I don't want to marry an Arabic girl because I have to pay for the wedding, and then she wants a wedding planner. She's going to spend hours explaining to the wedding planner what she wants when she can just call the florist and send her a picture off of Pinterest and it's done. Then she wants me to buy the house that she wants me to hire an interior decorator for when she's a professional shopper and she's in the same stores that the interior decorator is going to be at anyways. And then, fast forward, she's going to divorce me and take half of everything anyways. I might as well marry a white girl that's going to pay for everything with me. That way, when she divorces me, it's her cut anyways. She earned it. She paid for it. Why do I need an Arabic girl? And on top of the Arabic girl's going to bring me, her mother and her sisters are going to be at my house all day, but then my parents are never going to be in my house because it's not comfortable for her. Your mom is too opinionated, but her mom's not opinionated.
So, personally, what I think right now is that interracial marriages, either between Indians and black people, white and black people, Arab women and black people, Chinese and black people, it should be embraced, you know. It should be embraced. Come to think of it, these interracial marriages are helping to bridge the gap of stereotypes. Stereotypes create gaps. We are told certain kind of people think this way, don't get in touch with these kind of people. But now once you are married to someone, you get to see them for who they really are because you are really close. So interracial marriages are there, can help to reduce stereotypes people have with one another. It can also help reduce racism that's around there, because I don't think somebody with a good mind cannot be racist to their partner. You cannot have a stereotype with your partner, and if you can't have a stereotype with your partner, anybody who resembles your partner, you won't have any stereotype with them. You'll always love them. You'll always like those people. And in this way, we find that, indeed, even in the holy books, we are not told about don't marry a skin color, this and that. We are not told that way. The woman explained in the Quran, I've never read the Quran, but she explained that it's not about skin color, it's about character and religion. That's what the woman said, and that's what I think should be the standards. If sometimes parents enforce this, it still happens even here in Kenya, arranged marriages, but slowly by slowly people are beginning to become aware of some things. This awareness has negative and positive sides. Now, after watching all this, here is my conclusion. Here is what I can say. Now, we are living in a world that is grappling with the racial tension and cultural divides, you know. Interracial marriages such as the ones we've seen here between Arab men and black women, Arab women and black men. These are beacons of hope. These are light in the end of the tunnel, you know. So these interracial marriages are offering glimpses into a future where love knows no boundaries. Love, the real one, the one which God developed, not the other one. You know, love knows no boundaries, the one which God developed, you know. Now, the union between black men, either black American or African men, and Arab women in particular, holds immense potential for breaking down stereotypes. It fosters understanding, and also it challenges racism on a global scale, you know. Now, that's what we've seen here, and that's how it was, you know. Now, embracing love beyond borders is what these men are trying to do. We understand that the Arabs are very rich. Those guys are very rich, and if they are very rich, they try by all means possible to please their women. Yeah, and pleasing their women will mean that they will spend a lot of money with them. They'll do everything they can in their position to make their women happy. And so as a result, their women became spoiled. They became spoiled. They loved money and all that. And I was watching this video where a brother was saying the folks are trying to ensure black people aren't rich, they are poor, and if black people are poor, black people are not gonna be able to take their women. This shows a sense of inferiority, you know. There's what we call superiority complex, inferiority complex. The scarcity mindset is what these men are having. They're afraid of that woman is able to go and work. They think that if the woman goes and work, the woman will leave them. So you can see the whole foundation of marriage. If it's built on that, then there's a lot of worry with that. Because you'll always find someone greater than you. Even if you have a car, you'll always find someone with a chopper. If you have a chopper, you'll always find someone with a yacht. There's always somebody who will be greater than you. And so it shouldn't be, relationships such as love, like the one we've seen here, shouldn't be built on material things. It should be built on mutual extraction. Provide something that's different. It doesn't have to be money. Your time is very much valuable with how you spend it with your partners. That's some of the things I discovered from watching this video. Now, about embracing love beyond borders, I saw that love transcends geography. It transcends culture and racial boundaries. When black men choose Arab women as their partners for life, they defy societal expectation and demonstrate their commitment to love in its purest form. This marriage between Arab women and black men transcends love is not bound by ethnicity or religion, but thrives on mutual respect, understanding, and empathy. Listen, keyword, it thrives on mutual respect, understanding, and empathy, you know. So by black men marrying Arab women, the black men are able to embark on a journey that celebrates diversity and challenges the narrow confines of racial stereotypes, you know. The black man is the most racially profiled person in the whole world. That's what I came to discover, and it's fact. It's true. Now let's look at an example of these countries. Does not have, I said it can either be a black man from US or a black man from the motherland, the continent of Africa. Now let's go to the black man in the US, you know. In the United States, where racial tensions have a very long history, interracial marriages between black men and Arab women serves as a potent symbol of unity and defiance against prejudice. For instance, the marriage of a black American to a Lebanese woman challenges stereotypes about Arab women being passive or being submissive. Their union celebrates the beauty of a cultural diversity and challenges the notion of racial superiority. That's in the US. We have Lebanese. Lebanon is not the only country in Middle East. Middle East, we know, is the area where many Arabs are concentrated, but we have a country called Lebanon. And some of the testimony we've seen here was explained by a Lebanese woman, you know. Another country, let's go all the way to Europe. We have France. In France, which is a country with a significant Arab population and a history of racial tension, interracial marriages between black men and Arab women have the potential to bridge divides and foster social cohesion, you know. For instance, the marriage of a black French to a Moroccan woman exemplifies how love can transcend cultural differences and create bonds of understanding in a multiracial society. That's how it happens. Now, the third country, as an example, we are going to use is Brazil. I found that Brazil also has a significant population of Arab women and Arab people, women in this case. Brazil is known for its rich cultural diversity. It has seen an increase in interracial marriages between black men and Arab women in recent years. These marriages challenge stereotypes about race and ethnicity in a country that prides itself on its cultural heritage. For example, the union between a black Brazilian man and a Syrian woman exemplifies how love can flourish in the midst of cultural diversity, embracing and enriching both partners' lives and challenging societal norms. Now, there's a lot of stereotypes about black people, about Arabs. You know, the 9/11 thing, ever since that day, there's a stereotype that everyone has always placed on people wearing the hijab, and we have to deconstruct that. Now, how about challenging the the stereotypes. You know, interracial marriages between black men and Arab women challenge stereotypes by defying expectation and showcasing the complexity of human relationships. You know, both black men and Arab women often face misconception and discrimination based on racial stereotypes perpetuated by mainstream media and societal biases. By forming relationship across cultural lines, couples dismantle these stereotypes by embodying the multifaceted nature of human connections. Now, we know there's always activism against racism. We have Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, and all that. So interracial marriages between black men and Arab women serves as an act of activism against racism and xenophobia. In a world where racial tension continue to grow, these unions become powerful statements of resistance against systemic oppression. By publicly affirming their love and commitment to each other, couples challenge the status quo, demanding recognition and acceptance for their union. Their marriage becomes a rallying cry for equality and diversity, inspiring others to question their own prejudices and embrace inclusivity. Now, moreover, the interracial marriages between black men and Arab women foster cultural exchange and mutual respect. In an increasingly globalized world, understanding and appreciating different cultures are more important than ever. By marrying Arab women, black men gain first-hand insight into Arab culture, traditions, and values, enriching their own lives and perspectives. Similarly, Arab women benefit from exposure to black culture, fostering mutual respect and appreciation for each other's background. Now, to conclude, this is what I would say. Interracial marriages between black men and Arab women represent more than just personal choices. They are acts of love, resistance, and solidarity. These unions transcend borders. It challenges stereotypes and paves the way for a more inclusive and compassionate society. By embracing love beyond boundaries, individuals inspire others to confront their biases, celebrate diversity, and build a world where love knows no bounds. That's it. That's how beautiful interracial marriages can get. That's how beautiful it can be if we try and focus on the bright side, because every dark cloud has a silver lining. Many African Americans may not advise for interracial marriages, but when you find someone that you can work things with, why not? Why not? Why not? Don't practice reverse racism, or don't practice reverse apartheid. Don't do that. Just do whatever your heart tells you. Do what your heart tells you. And remember, some of the things that you do are gonna bring consequences. As a result of black person marrying a white person, the consequence of black person marrying an Arab person, the consequences is reduction in stereotypes, reduction in racism. They understand, oh, I thought he was this way, I thought these people were this way. No, they ain't that way. They are different. People, there is what we call halo effect. That thing you have in your mind about somebody. You're always told so and so is like this, but you've never seen them, and maybe you've seen them, but you've never taken your time to talk to them. That moment in time when you talk to them, you realize, oh, I am seeing things different. You start questioning things you heard about them. That's called the halo effect. We need to get rid of the halo effect, the stereotypes that we have against Arab people and Arab people have against black people, or whichever way it goes, whichever way. Interracial marriages have a bright side to it. So that's all for today, guys. If you enjoy these videos, kindly give it a super thanks, subscribe to the channel, and join my Patreon page. I would so much appreciate for your support. See you in the next video, and shalom. Praise God. Praise Jesus Christ, his son. Amen.